What's going on YouTube, man? I've been requested to do this video. Reason why is because my message kind of rings true with what's going on right now. And this video will be entitled Help for Those Who Are Experiencing the Pain from the Government Shutdown. You know, what comes to my mind right now is a quote, and some of you guys, older followers, have heard me say this before. People change for two reasons and two reasons only: inspiration and desperation. Meaning, I could sit here and tell you, look man, you need to get your finances straight. You need to stop buying these new cars, these big houses. You need to stop eating out. You need to stop drinking, all this alcohol and spending $50, $60 over and over. You need to start saving and investing. You need to maybe look into a business, right? Maybe even if you want, you don't have to, but if you want to take the job route, you may want to get some more education. Save your money. Just stay at home. Learn to do things at your home. Learn to do things that don't cost money, but it's still fun, right? And I could say that to a person, and the person may never hear. They may say, hey, this guy, the life that he's telling me to live is a boring life. You only live once, so you live life to the fullest. If you have money, you spend it. That's what money's for. You don't take money away with you. I'm sure you guys have heard that conversation before. But then you have the other person, desperation, whom I said all those things to. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Then all of a sudden, the rug is pulled from under them, and now they want to listen. But when we fall on desperate times, usually at that time, a lot of times it's too late. Now, if you are one that is experiencing problems right now during this government shutdown, here's what I have to say to you. You're probably struggling right now because you probably thought that this day would never come. So first, let this be a lesson to understand that money is not just meant to buy materialistic items. I've been preaching this for 3 years. Money is more of a sense for protection from the unknown factors that may happen in your life. You see, a lot of people right now have gotten up this morning. Well, not right now, but they've gotten up this morning, drove to their job, and with the intention of maybe I'm going to be at this job 50, 20 years. No one sees the end coming. For those who like their jobs, they're going to try to work there for 20 years, and they make plans, and they go on vacations, and they do all these things, and as if nothing's going to happen. They tell everybody, don't worry about money so much. If you got it, spend it. But oh boy, when that day comes, when the unexpected happens, then they have no answers. You see, you always have to prepare for the unexpected. Right? I put a post out today. It said, live on $18,000 a year. Do I make more than $18,000 a year? A lot more than $18,000 a year. But I have put a name on my budget. That's all I need to survive. I don't need the latest and the greatest. I buy things on sale. And then when I buy those things, I take care of those things so I don't have to rush out and buy things right away. I try to learn to do things with my wife, whom I spend the most time with. Free things. We have this, not a tradition, but lately we've been playing night frisbee. And people walk by and say, man, it's the coolest thing. And somebody may ask, what is night frisbee? We just basically have a neon frisbee and we throw the frisbee. That's what we do. Good physical exercise, and we're having fun at the same time. People go camping, people, find other things. They just sit around, maybe create a bonfire and put some meat on the grill. Maybe everybody can chip into some meat, and you sit there and you just barbecue and have conversation. There's many things one can do without having to spend so much money. to impress people that really don't like you in the first place. A lot of the times, right? So it's up to you. What do you want? Do you want security in your life? Because if I was the one that had a federal job, I would have money set to the side, an emergency fund, that I will actually fund every month. Because here's the interesting thing about an emergency. Emergencies don't happen every day. If we woke up every day and there was an emergency every day, oh my gosh, wouldn't life be crazy, right? But think about it. If you were to take, and with me, and I'm not saying this has to be you, but I save $1,000 a month strictly just for emergencies in that area. Now, the other money is other money, but that's what I do. And I do it to take the word emergency out of my life. I recommend to you, save it. Because guess what? Nobody knows how long this government shutdown is going to last. But let's just say you had a year's worth of an emergency fund and you only use it in an emergency. You're sitting back right now living off of your emergency fund. If you had a travel fund, you could take a vacation and say, hey, when the government decides to, to do its business and start back up, I'll come back or whatever. Go visit some family or whatever you have to do. But that's what an emergency is for. And if you don't have one, well, are you really living life? Because life is full of the unknown. And by you not having one, you're basically saying, I know it all. I know what's around the corner. I know what's going to happen in 2 years. And if you do have that knowledge, please let me know and give me the know-how to figure that out, because I haven't figured it out yet. So, with that said, guys, I think you guys know what I'm saying. Be prepared, for God's sake. If you want to have a life that's kind of stress-free, I'm not saying that money is the only problem in life, because money doesn't have to be a problem. We're the ones that make it a problem. But just be smart about it. That's all I'm saying. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, keep the stress down. And with that said, guys, thank you guys for listening. And until next time, signing off.